wishes.
And we are back live. Welcome back, everybody, to Gods vs. Eldritch Horrors Season 2, and our second episode of this season. Where, if you haven't been watching this, in here the cosmos is incomprehensible. The stakes are divine, and somehow the biggest threat remains, which is our party, as they can make a simple job with an easy pay, something that is world shattering or catastrophic for the multiverse. They have that potential. Yes, we're playing with a full party of mythic level D&D 2024 characters, and I have challenged my players to build the most broken characters they could and bring into this campaign, and they delivered. They delivered. Each character in here is broken in a very particular set of skills, and and when they combine all those broken builds together, they managed to do things quite spectacular, like one shot Demogorgon and things like that. So yes, and well, in the last session we followed three of our four members of this party, three problem solvers, I guess I could say, of questionable virtue and decent damage output. We have let's introduce them. We have Malefactor, a Githyanki Ilringer. Think like evil paladin, except that the oath is probably written in something else than ink. The vibes are more like warlock adjacent, warlock-ish, and the combat plan is usually a walk forward and make things worse for everyone else except his party members. Malefactor, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Oh, hey guys, I'm feeling quite devilish tonight. I can't believe that one guy tried to run away after I tried to teach him how to impale. Thankfully, I can give him a one-on-one lesson like I did to his friend, but I actually cut his head off. Hopefully I can do that again.
Starting well, and you can see that this is not necessarily a goody goodies party. They're more your type of anti heroes. And next we have Grunge, stealthy, little, and statistically offensive to probability, because he has been capable of rolling some pretty sick rolls last session with three numbers coming out at the same time. There's some dice manufacturers somewhere looking for you. And Grunge, say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
What's up? He is college just a little concerned. He is very good at what he does, and this current job is not quite going as smoothly as he would normally like them to. So he's just a little worried about the all the fighting that's going on. Usually he goes in, he kills one or two people, maybe he steals something or whatever. And now it's just like, open combat's not really his specialty. So he's just a little worried.
Very well.
But he's also, he won't show it. He will always pretend to be completely competent.
Excellent. And I guess that hoodie should help you, and all the darkness you bring upon your character should help you hide a little bit more, your worries. And then we have Gorbin, our grimoire expert, who the other two members of the party were told to recruit. And turns out he arrived as the drunkest creature ever witnessed in any plane of existence, perhaps. he's powered by this tankard that simply refuses to be empty and, most importantly, refuses to spill. Oh yes, Gorbin has a endless supply of what I think is high quality ale. Gorbin, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yeah, I've been better. I got stabbed by a ghost. It may have also been a pirate. I'm not sure. I didn't see a boat. It's just inconclusive. But she tore my vestments. And it's going to be a real problem. It's going to be expensive to fix. Because it's very fine quality silk. You gotta pay for that kind of craftsmanship. It's a real problem. Gonna be a real problem.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, it's quite difficult to find good vestments with good craftsmanship these days. I mean, they don't do this like they used to anymore. Everything's so industrialized in the D&D multiverse these days. And yes, each one of them is a champion of a god. We have Grunge, the champion of Loth. We have Malefactor, the champion of Belial, which is technically not a god in the sense, in the official sense, but I guess in terms of level of power, it qualifies. And then we have Gorbin as champion of Hecate. Quite a spitfire as well of a goddess who is making her way now that Mystra in this currently multiverse has been assassinated and there's no goddess of magic. There is a vacuum there, and Hecate is making her way to up the chain. And let's talk about what happened previously. Previously, in this campaign, in the last session, in the Nine Hells, Malefactor and Grunge were summoned into Fierna's casino. Oh yeah, Fierna, one of the rulers of the fifth layer of the Nine Hells, Philogetos, where the carpets felt like old contracts and the dice always landed like they've been told to. There, the devil Belial slid a velvet case across the table and sat the job. Track down a specific forbidden text, the Soulstone Grimoire, and in return earn a weapon with 3 wishes. Oh, but that's nice. That's nice. It was just Wishmas a few days ago. Here, it's like raining wishes everywhere. But first, they needed a specialist, because turns out Belial doesn't know how this text, how this tome looks like. And so they found, they were recommended this Gorbin, this legendary storyteller, legendary drinker, and crucially someone who could confirm whether the book they are stealing is in fact the book they should be stealing. The pitch was simple. Help them get the Soulstone Grimoire and you get the last wish. That's what Gorbin got. And Gorbin's response was even simpler. Now I'm in for reals. That is a direct quote. And the heist was to infiltrate a tree-like tower and reached a kind of command room lounge featuring a massive war table map and heroic elf statues, and reassure Discovery that there were no invisible guards present, and that Malefactor, well, in fact, let me put it this way. It was a tough tower to get in. It was a tough tower. There's a lot of security to bypass. They didn't know anything about the inner works of the tower and the blueprint and the floor plan or nothing like that. They had to infiltrate. From the get-go, they had this adamantine door that they had to pass through, which turns out was unlocked. And then they used their deception, and it was quite was quite a decent plan. They decided to send a succubus, to serve some drinks in the upper floor after they tricked the guards and even tricked the butler to get inside the tower and pretending that they had an appointment, quote unquote. And they were hoping that the devils that apparently are disguised as elves inside the tower wouldn't realize. The tower belongs to a high mage of this distant realm, and apparently someone who is potentially a very powerful high mage, who has the Soulstone Grimoire, possibly someone who is very versatile and very skilled, and also very worried about appearances. Then came, of course, the step 3 of their plan, which is whatever happens, happens, and we have to deal with the consequences. And that's exactly what happened. The devils immediately realized that was a succubus, and they did what devils do. They interrogated, questioned why she was there, and most importantly, got hung up on the fact that her name was apparently you. And downstairs, Gorbin tried to eavesdrop and discover the harsh truth of architecture. Stairs are treacherous, walls are real, and, well, sometimes subtlety is a very finite resource within the members of this party. And Malefactor did what any good leader does. He turned slowly to Grunge and asked the most devastating question: why isn't this part of your job? And to sneak in instead of the succubus, which for Grunge's answer was yes, I don't know why I didn't ask in the first place. And it ended up that the devils came down the stairs and decided to figure out what was going on, and a fight ensued, and then became a true mess, and now their little stealthy infiltration seems to have gone sideways. There was some nasty exchanges of strikes and fire and fear, and Gorbin somehow continued to function while being physically and emotionally offended by everything happening around him. And at some point, a devil attacked Gorbin with some dramatic flair and promised that their master would arrive soon. And as they were taking down devil after devil, one of the devils managed to escape, and it seems like the master will arrive soon now. And turns out one of you decided to chase the devil, despite the fact that it ran away, and you went upstairs to the second floor of the building, chasing Malefactor, and still trying to take the devil before he sounds the alarm. And meanwhile, the fight is still ensuing with Grunge and Gorbin trying to take down the remaining of the devils, while the butler observes from afar and seems like she doesn't really care much about this fight. In fact, it seems she doesn't really care much about her boss, and that she just probably thinking, where did I leave my popcorn? And where we left off, let me conclude this way. The session ended mid-chaos, mid-combat, with devils wounded, alarms, should we say, implied, almost ringing, and a very real threat that the master of the tower, this high mage, is about to learn that the intruders are inside, and this is supposed to be a quiet job, sneak in, get the book, get out. And our crew is split between finishing the fight, chasing the runner, and letting Gorbin become one with shrubbery. And with that, let's pick from where we left off. Let me bring you guys back to the map where you were. And here we are. We have Gorbin trying to become one with Shrubbery. Shrubbery? Damn. Shrubbery. Yeah, you got it. Gorbin trying to become one with the bushes and with the hedge maze. We have Grunge fighting a devil. We have the butler right there in the corner enjoying the view and enjoying the show. And then in the next floor we have Malefactor chasing one of the devils from which, well, it's something that he does for a living, so he probably knows what he's doing. And let's open back our initiative. And as Grunge was at the top of the initiative, Grunge, what would you like to do?
Oh, I've got a demon left in front of me. I would like a demon to not be in front of me. So I'm going to shoot him in the face.
Very well. That works. Yeah, that works. That works really nice. You shoot the devil in the face with a vicious hand crossbow.
Yep. It is very fancy, yes.
Yes.
1 second. Let's see. Where was it? I think it's steady aim is a bonus action. So I bonus action steady aim for advantage, and then because I have advantage, I can sneak attack. That's how that works, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, okay.
Do you have
so I
advantage?
can't just
because it seems here you have disadvantage, in fact.
Why do I have disadvantage?
Oh, because you are under the effect of one of the devil's effects, and that is, it turns out the devil has until the end of your next turn, you have failed a charisma saving throw, and until the end of the next turn, you have disadvantage on... Yeah.
So the advantage cancels it out, and so it's just flat then.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, flat damage it is. So this plus not that. Where is it? Plus this. Actually, I think I rolled this twice because this one I already shot this one before, right? If I remember correctly, this one has been shot before.
This one, yes, it is wounded. Yeah.
Okay, then this one's already been poisoned, so it's going to take the damage from being poisoned, and then I'm going to shoot it again, which is going to deal more poison damage.
More poison.
And just on top of the right. I think because the thing says every time you apply poison, they take the damage or something like that. So it's the 2 poison damages plus the crossbow damage. No sneak attack for me though.
No sneak attack now. Very well. You wound the devil lady, who is particularly unhappy with the bolt, and she says to you,
"You are so rude. I will sue you until there is nothing left from you. I will sue you to ashes."
Last time I checked, violence isn't a crime. And then he's going to...
Violence! Violence isn't a crime.
In the real world, maybe, but this is D&D. Violence is not a crime. It might be frowned upon, not a crime. especially against devils.
Well, you're not wrong.
Very well. Grunge, is that the end of your turn?
Yuppers.
Okay.
I'll use my legendary action afterwards.
Very well. You don't have disadvantage anymore. And what is your legendary action?
With my sword, I'm going to try to close his chapter on life. Sorry.
Very well.
I'm going to attack.
Very well. Making YouTube friendly. All right.
And I have advantage since he's the one that has the seal on it. He's my interdicted creature.
Very well. Go ahead.
Alright. That's for a 31, which I'm sure that hits.
That
He's
hits,
going to take... I'm going to choose Radiant as my weapon's damage. He has Soul's Doom, so that's 18 Radiant. Plus 5 Necrotic, because of my Terrorizing Force. And since it's a new turn, I can do 8d8, because he's still under that darkness.
It's not a new turn. It's your legendary action.
Never mind, so he doesn't take the extra 8d8, so he takes 18 Radiant, 23 points of damage.
Very well. And it's heavily wounded, but it's still standing. And it's now the turn of the Devil Magistrate that is fighting Grunge. And it's not happy with how Grunge has been treating her. And it's going to do 2 attacks against Grunge. First one with a knife. Any day now, roll 20. There you go. Nat 20 and 24.
I
assume they both
so
hit.
for the nat 20, yeah. For the nat 20, I'm gonna use the what's the rogue feature where it's like you reduce damage. 1 second.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah,
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Uncanny dodge.
Very well. So uncanny dodge for the nat 20. Very well. And that will reduce the damage to half, if I remember that correctly. And so that is piercing damage, that will be 13. And fire damage, that will be 9. So a total of 22 points of damage from the first stabbing. And you are frightened of your allies, just like Gorbin was, until the end of your next turn. That's the same as happened to Gorbin.
Right. Is it possible to like use a legendary action to roll to against it, or is it just straight on end of turn effect?
It's until the end of your next turn effect.
Okay, so there's no saving throw.
There's no saving throw
You
here.
do the thing.
And for the next, in the second attack, which is a 24 to hit, is going to be 20 points of piercing damage plus 14 fire for a total of 34. It gives you the same effect. And then it gives you, it looks at you and it just it gives you a smile, and in her eyes glow, and as her eyes glow, she says to you,
I will take your soul now. Thank you.
she's very polite while taking your soul, and she, as you are frightened, you are now unable to take reactions, and you take 16 points of piercing damage from that piercing gaze. And
Ow.
and that, oh, I'm removing from the wrong. What is your current HP?
186.
186 after all this damage.
Yeah, so it's not. No, it'd be after that's before the damage.
And after the
It'd
damage,
be that
what is your
damage
current
attracted
HP?
from 180.
So I have
HP. It's
50.
what was it? I gotta
50 plus 22, 70, 72 points of damage. Very well. Your speed is 60, right?
yes.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very
It
well.
is.
72 points of damage. And you were frightened of her, and you can't take reactions. Which I'll just put something
You know,
here.
I'm kind of glad I took all those health feats.
Yeah. Devils hurt.
You
They
were
are
right.
hurtful. They are
Yeah.
hurtful creatures. Very well. And with that, that's the end of her turn. And it's now the turn of the devil that is trying to run away from Malefactor, the devil legate. And the poor guy, he just wants to have a long career, Malefactor, and you're just trying to ruin his plans. Very
He's just
well.
more under new management.
I see. Well, as a reaction to your last attack, he's going to try and cast his supernatural charm on you, and you gotta do a DC 15 charisma saving throw, which should be easy enough.
And I look at him and I say, man, when I look at you again, it's gonna suck when I have to take that pretty smile away.
And he makes 2 infernal pikes, one in each hand. They just appeared, and he attacks you with both. So here comes the first one, and that's a 25, and the second one is a 23. Do they hit?
The 25 will actually hit.
Very well. And that will give you 7 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire damage for a total of 13.
So while
Plus,
I'm under mundane darkness, so I'm resistant, and because of heavy armor master, I reduced bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing by 6. And I'm also
Very well.
resistant to fire.
Very well. So that will be 1 point of piercing damage and still 6 points of fire because we're a total of 11. There's something called the Hell Bite that still kicks in. So you take 7 points of damage altogether. And
As
most
my legendary
importantly-
reaction, can I hit him?
wait. For most importantly, you have disadvantage on attack rolls until the end of your next turn, and with that, this creature is going to, you said as a reaction you want to attack back. Go ahead.
Legendary reaction, since I took damage.
Very well. Go ahead.
Disadvantage. Oh, I didn't get that nat 20, but does a 24 hit?
A 24 will hit, yes.
It's 20 radiant because the soul's doom, and let me roll the necrotic. Two necrotics, so 22 points of damage.
He's deeply wounded. There's ichor all over the floor, and he is still managing to survive your attacks. He's still standing somehow. And as a bonus action, he will enter into a burst of dark flames, and he comes out 30 feet down the chamber, and then he runs another 30 feet to get to the stairs. And that's the end of his turn. And with that, Malefactor, what would you like to do?
Alright, As a bonus action, I will Misty Step 30 feet to where he exactly was, so I'm like right here. And with my 50 feet of movement, I am going to run up and catch up to him. Am I right by him?
Yes.
I don't know what this curse is, but I'm going and I'll say to him, but you're gonna feel something even worse. As an action, I'm gonna use my Infernal Conduit dice legend,
Yeah.
and as an action, I'm going to touch him. I get up to 10 dice. I'm gonna spend, let's say, 8 of that dice, so I have 8 d10s I roll. He needs to do a con save 19. On a fail, he takes full necrotic damage and he gets 1 level of exhaustion. On success, he takes half as much damage, but I also regain all HP, whether he succeeds or fails.
He failed.
Roll that damage. Take 35 necrotic, I heal for 35, and then he gets 1 level of exhaustion since he failed.
Very well. He gets 1 level of exhaustion and dark flames surround his body, and in his last breath he says,
I'll see you in hell. Thanks, brother.
and as he shouts
Can you buy me
as the fire is consuming him and he's being sent back to the Nine Hells, behind you, Malefactor, a door opens. And on the other side of this door, you see 2 devils approaching. They seem to be coming.
Did I use all 50 feet of my movement legend?
Not yet. Go ahead.
Do they say anything when they see me?
They open the door and they see you. They see just the remaining of the flames disappearing. And they pretty much understand. They don't have to say anything, but they pretty much understand what's going on.
I still try to lie my way out of it.
Go ahead.
Ah, there we go. I hope you're more sensible than the last person I had to do violence with. I'm here to make a complaint. I have an appointment to see with the mage here, and you guys wrongfully assumed me for hostility when I've been waiting down here. Now, are we going to have a problem, or is the mage going to come here? Because I don't take it lightly to blaming me for things I didn't do in this tower. I'll use my deception.
And roll the best deception.
Oh.
The most full of shit to ever be full of it.
Can I roleplay that further? Since I got
By all means. By all means.
I just start laughing as I say that. I'm like, oh, you're devils. Yeah, that gets past you guys. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to kill all of you as well. Man, I'm ashamed of myself. I'm just gonna start going the other way. And I'll do 10 feet this way. As I just start laughing maniacally.
He seems like a confident intruder, and he seems to be very full of himself. He has taken down one of your kind, legate. I would advise you caution. I will myself make sure that the master is aware of what's happening down here. I'm sending him a message as we speak.
And with that, we're back. We're back at Gorbin. Gorbin, you were frightened of your own companions. Yes, go ahead. You'd like to use?
I'd like to use my legendary action at the conclusion of Malefactor's turn.
By all means.
And I have a question. Can we see over the hedge walls? Like, are they short enough
Yes.
for us to see
Yes.
over?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can.
Excellent. Excellent. Then for my legendary action, going to whisper a divine word into my mug and blast this here devil with holy magic.
Very well. You want to blast the devil with holy magic. For holy
Well, with
word.
holy word, yeah.
Very well. A 22 will hit. And the devil doesn't like that holy word. That word, in fact, in their opinion, is very unholy. What was your holy word?
Oh, I can't tell you that. It's a secret.
Okay.
Can't be going around. It's why you whisper it. And Gorbin always whispers it into his mug. It's where he keeps all of his wisdom.
Very well. Very well. And with that, Gorbin, you fried that devil, and you definitely got her attention. And it's now your turn.
But she's still up.
Yeah, very much. Yeah.
All right. Well then,
She's bloodied though. She's bloodied. There is blood coming out of her ears after you said that very foul word. Let's not repeat here
Well,
because this is YouTube.
Gorbin reaches into a little gray bag and flings a little ball of what looks like a clump of fur, like a big old hairball, toward her. That's gonna land. Let's see, you can throw it 20 feet, so that's gonna land right there. Just gonna toss it over the thing, and it's going to turn into a 6. What's a 6 get me? A giant badger as it lands.
Giant badger. How fun.
Yeah. Now that is his magic action, and as a bonus action, he's going to yell at the badger and say, "You got shit, pirate ghost? Yeah. With your claws and your teeth. Yep, do your thing. Be the best ferret you can be. Do it." And commands the giant badger to attack the devil.
Very well. Let's add a turn to the giant badger right after yours. And what else? What else would Gorbin like to do?
He is going to... Actually, I think he's going to stay right here, but he's going to duck down behind the bushes.
Very well. And with that...
And have a drink.
Excellent.
I'll like take a legendary action.
I'm
gonna
Go ahead.
shoot him in the face again.
Very well. Because you don't have any of your friends in your line of sight, you don't have disadvantage on this one. So you just roll normally. Which is a 14, and a 14 misses.
I don't have anything to. I don't think I have any way to add advantage to this. I don't think I'm forgetting any traits. So I guess that's all I could do.
Very well. And with that, giant badger, please go ahead and do your bite attack against the devil.
All right, give me one moment to pull up giant badger.
That's a brave little badger.
Okay, so let's get that in. Might attack. I am. Oh!
Nat 20! Wow! That's such an inspire. His bravery is inspiring. The giant badger for the devil killer giant badger. Absolutely amazing. You get inspiration for that move, giant badger. And good. And that's 14 points of stinging bite damage. Wow, he takes a chunk of meat out of the calf of that devil.
And I think it looks like that's all he can really do, so yeah. I think that's his turn.
Wow, that's unbelievable. And talk about an effective giant badger. He deserves a medal. And we're back at Grunge. Grunge, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna shoot him in the face again, and hopefully this time I roll better. And actually, I'm going to do hit the steady aim button for advantage, and then because I have advantage, I get sneak attack. Oh, look!
And nat 20! Look at that! You get it.
So,
well, it was your first roll, your first nat 20, so you get it. You get inspiration for that.
Yay!
Yay!
So roll damage twice.
Yeah.
Does it roll all damage twice, or just the attack damage?
The attack damage twice. In all damage that is part of
And
the
then,
same
and then
attack.
it.
So.
Oh, so I would roll the sneak attack twice then.
Yes, you would. So that is a total of 118 points of damage on that arrow.
I'm not even done yet. I've got two more rolls to make. I'm not even done yet.
Very well.
I have to go find the sneak attack button. There's a button out here specifically for it.
118 points of damage with a bolt of a hand crossbow. That's a very well placed bolt. You don't have to roll. The sneak attack is already accounted above, so you don't have to roll it.
Oh, it already. Oh,
yeah.
That's odd. I don't think
It always rolls.
I did hit the sneak attack button.
So describe your attack to us and describe how that bolt, that little bolt from your hand crossbow, gave 124 points of damage and sent this devil magistrate to the 9 hells, where she's probably gonna sue you to oblivion.
This bolt gets shot right into the throat. She'll reach up and grab it, and then she'll immediately just go, and then her skin will turn black and green, and she'll collapse.
As black flames come from the ground and consume her body, sending her back into the 9 hells, just like it happens with every devil. They don't die when their chapter is closed in the material plane. They just open a new chapter in the 9 hells.
I'm sure dying to virulent poison is rather painful, though, so I'm sure she's not particularly happy.
That is correct. And with that, that's one last devil for you guys to worry about, and you're no longer frightened. And now there's a big giant badger in the room that you never met before, Grunge. What else would you like to do in your turn?
I will spend my 60 feet of movement, and I will go up the stairs.
Excellent.
Go catch up with the teammate.
Let me bring you to the to the top floor, the next floor, and you see Malefactor just positioned as if it was waiting for something to come out of this corner over here. To the south. That was 30 feet of your speed, Grudge, to get upstairs.
Ah, okay. Let me just zoom out the map and figure out where on this map I am. Or do I just have to see? The map is dark. There it is. Now it's just only a tiny corner of it is accessible. Alright. You get confused from in, and then there's over here. Just run halfway into the room. There we go. We'll be there my turn.
Excellent. And with that is now the turn of one of the devils, the one that hovers above the air and looks somewhat draconic and somewhat like a judge that has access to way too many souls, and it seems to eat some of them past midnight, and that judge-like devil is going to fly all the way to the stairs over here, as it says,
Oh, interesting. All of you seem to be here for some reason. I find difficult to understand that you will all be here trying to fight us. You seem to be looking for something. So tell me, creatures, what are you looking for here? Perhaps we
I'll
can
tell you
cut
this
a
much.
deal.
I had an appointment. One of you guys came down, said there was no hostility in this tower, even though I didn't do anything. You attacked us, and now I'm angry.
How interesting. You are angry because you've been attacked, and yes, you dish out violence. That makes a hypocrite of you, I would say. But very well. I will place on you a seal.
and as he says that, he places a seal on you. And then he says to you,
And with this seal, I will adjudicate you. Yes.
you gotta do a DC 18 Charisma saving throw, or you are interdict.
I refuse.
Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. You attempt to refuse my seal just tells me that you are well connected within the Nine House. Doesn't matter. In this place, I'm the contract dealer. I'm the adjudicator. I'm the law, some may say.
And he looks at the both of you, and both of you gotta do a DC 18 Charisma saving throw, as he says,
I will cut a bad deal with the two of you because I can.
and a contract flies mid-air and starts to write a bad deal, and suddenly your names are appearing in the paper, and Malefactor,
I refuse.
as the pen starts to try and write your name, it dissolves. Grunge, how does your charisma save go?
Charisma shade. Let's see. Am I charismatic? A little bit. My second highest saving throw. What is this against? Is this considered? I'm
It's
not sure what this
charm.
type of. Is this a
No.
spell?
No, it's not a spell.
It's not a spell.
It's a bad contractual deal. And as he puts your name there in the contract, grunge and and that pen, it continues to
Actually,
go.
I just got inspiration. I can roll again.
Go ahead. Actually, if you roll with
Yay.
inspiration, you already have the roll there. It's a 22.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
sweet.
Lovely. So much better.
Yeah. Let's pretend that 11 doesn't exist. Let's just make that go away. This
What
time
11?
around. This
I don't think
time,
11.
This time around, what 11? What 11? I don't. What are you talking about? Very well. The you use your inspiration, which gives you a 22, and you've managed to make the name in the contract melt as well. So,
Oh, there is a lot of power in the two of you, I can see. Very well. Since you seem to be against bad deals and against my interdiction, it seems that I'm gonna have to file an injunction against the two of you.
and then he aims at Malefactor, and Malefactor, you are gonna get an injunction.
Is that another charisma saving throw?
No, it's an attack for him, and that's a dirty 20 to hit you.
Oh! That bounces off my armor.
Very well.
Objection! Overruled.
As he attacks you with an injunction, fire surrounds you, and very well, and he says,
Oh! It seems you are well versed in the laws of the Nine Hell. No matter. My master will be here soon, and there is nothing you can do against him. Ha 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 ha!
and with that, that's the end of the adjudicator's turn, and it's now the turn of the devil-legged, who comes out all the way over here and is going to attack you with its devilish charm, and with its spike as well. Here it comes. That's a 26 and a dirty 20. I assume the 26 hits.
Yes.
Very well. And in fact, let's add a bit. That is quite a metal battle. Very, very metal. And very well. The devil-legged harms you for. You said you reduce 6 of piercing, right? Because of your armor?
Piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing because of heavy armor master. So anytime I take those damages, magical or non-magical, it reduces by my proficiency.
10
bonus.
points of fire damage then. And which becomes
I'm
5.
resistant to fire.
So it becomes
Yep.
5. And you get disadvantage until the end of your next turn.
I already have it.
Yes, so it extends. And with that, Malefactor, what would you like to do?
Alright, since I closed someone's chapter of life, as a bonus... I'm sorry. As a bonus action, I can move that seal from that fallen enemy to someone else of my choice.
Yes.
And I'm going to look at the... What's his name? Agitator?
Yeah.
I say, as you place the seal on me... what size is he? Large, medium, small?
He's a medium creature. Like
Okay.
A very round medium creature.
Okay, it says, just like how you placed that seal on me, I shall enact from the 9 hells persuasive courting. I'll place the seal on him.
Very well.
And instead of doing Soul's Doom, I'm gonna enact Acheron's Chain. Aside from 10 feet of darkness that emanates from him, I get advantage on interdicted creatures. In this case, chains come from my hand, and he needs to do a Strength 19 saving throw, or he'll be pulled 10 feet towards me,
Okay,
or I
so
can
he
cause him to
doesn't-
be
He
grappled.
doesn't get the darkness, correct? Or he does?
No, he does. That's still a passive. All of them get 10 feet of mundane darkness when I apply it. That's a passive boon.
Very well.
For my active boon, I chose Acheron's Chain.
Strength what? Strength save what?
Strength save 19.
Very well. He passed with a 20. And he breaks
Ugh.
your chains and says, I will not be detained! You have no authority over me!
And then I will move closer to him, since that was my bonus action. Touch him. And be like, what are you gonna do about that? And then I'm gonna attack him.
Very well.
And since he's interdicted, I get advantage, but I also have disadvantage. So
that's
it's a
a
normal
flat roll.
hit.
Yeah.
But I won't get my strike from the dark because I don't have advantage on the attack roll. So I'll only be able to do the weapon damage and terrorizing force. Alright. For the first hit, does a 28 hit?
He does.
Alright, so I'm going to choose Radiant as my weapon damage.
Before you do,
He'll take
before you do, roll a DC 18 charisma saving throw as he looks at you and says, It seems you are very well intellectually fit. Perhaps there is something we can work together. And he tries to throw his devilish charm against you.
Yeah. I'll show you the same thing your friend that complimented my good looks. I taught him how to impale someone. You're going to be great practice for that. You're going to get experience from firsthand as I stab through his chest. I mean,
Very well.
as I show him what my scimitar does.
Very well. As your scimitar slices his belly, you realize it's a very big area to cover, and it hurts him, but not as much as you would expect.
15 radiant and 2 necrotic.
Very well.
And then for the second attack, since I got 2 attacks, does a 25 hit?
He does.
This time I'm not going to do radiant. I'm just going to do magical slashing, which my Vorpal sword gets rid of resistance to slashing.
Okay.
So that's 11 magical slashing and 3 radiant, so 14 points of damage.
Ha ha! You think by cutting my clothes I will surrender? No! I will make sure you will be buried under Nine Hells bureaucracy!
It is a lawful place. Can't we just buy a drink in the 9 hells and call it a day? That's what I promised the other guy.
Ha! Your attempt to bribe me is pitiful!
I look over to Grunge as I end my turn and says, little persuasive help here?
And with that,
He just got to give you a very tooth-filled smile.
Gorbin, what would you like to do?
Corbin is going to use his legendary action to move on up to here. And movement, like as a legendary action, that eats up the legendary action, right?
Yes.
If he's moving up to his move speed? Cool.
Yes,
All right.
that's fine.
So as his actual turn, he's going to start with bonus action to give a command to the giant badger. Frankie, You gotta go up the stairs. Follow the other guys.
Let me change his
He's
name.
decided that the badger is named Frank. For now.
Frank.
It'll probably not stay that way.
Very well.
And then he's gonna head up the stairs. He's got 30 feet of movement. Is that enough for him to get from right there, just below Frankie, to all the way up the stairs?
It is not. The stairs are 30 feet up. So,
okay. So he would have to use a dash action then
yeah.
to
Yes.
get there. All right.
Dash
He's
it is.
gonna go ahead and do that. And Frankie is also going to follow. And Frankie has a speed of 30 feet.
Very
So
well. And I assume he's dashing as well.
should be. Yeah. And I think that's uses up all of my actions for this this turn.
Yes, but you still have 20 feet of movement.
Oh, all right. Well, then he's going to, once he gets to the top of the stairs, stumble forward another 20 feet, which puts about there. And he's going to take a bleary-eyed look around. What's going on here? Who's the fat lizard? Where'd he come from? See another ghost? Just, you know where that pirate ship is?
And the devil adjudicator looks at you and says, "Oh, more intruders! We're certainly gonna need the reinforcements, all the reinforcements that the boss can send us." And you see his eyes glowing as he looks at you and he says, "Very well. I'm not a fan of doing this, but I am resounding the alarm to its maximum capacity. And I hereby proclaim that all of you must be expelled by the Lord, by our High Mythic authority over this property which belongs to him, and you have not been invited, therefore you have no legal claim over your staying in this place." And
I take a legendary action and shoot him in the face.
go ahead.
Legendary action, shoot him in the face. 27.
A 27 will hit. Very
Sure.
well.
Damage. Numbers. Alright, that's it.
21 points of ouchie. Ah!
Just to interrupt his big spiel.
You will pay for this. I will bound your soul to the 9 hells in a bad deal where you will be immune for the rest of your existence. Oh yes.
Oh, wait, I forgot. I keep forgetting because I have to scroll down to do it, but there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Very
Just gotta
well.
pass the DC 20 or you're
A DC 20. What? Con saving throw?
con. Yeah, con.
Very well.
Do not be poisoned.
He passed.
Well, pieces. I think he just doesn't take damage then.
Very well. And I would like to say that that's the end of the turn, but turns out that the fact that this creature has sounded the alarm brought yet a new creature down the stairs. And as she appears out of darkness, you realize that this one is different from the others. This one doesn't match the others. It seems that she's more elegant and somewhat, some might say, even more polished than the others. This is how... Oh, they didn't put an image. Give me a second, Let me see if I can manage to get an image of her to you guys. Nope. They didn't put an image. Let me describe her. She has this tiara full of spikes. Her eyes glow purplish. Her skin is very pale, and it gives the impression that perhaps you are dealing with an undead here. She has this very long gown decorated. She has all these sorts of golden jewelries, and even the gown that she's wearing is decorated with the golden jewelry all the way to the end. And she seems to be floating above the ground as the gown just comes down the stairs, and the tail is still a few steps above her. As she reaches your floor, she says to all of you,
"It is very rude to invade someone's property without being invited. I am myself someone who appreciates tradition, and I believe all of you have not been invited to stay here, according to this adjudicator. By the way, we've paid good money for him to stay here and does his work. And, well, I have to say that the fact that I had to be woken up to address this problem has infuriated me, and I am not an evening person."
and with that, she joins the initiative. Fun times.
We have an invitation. Just ask him. And he points to Grunge. He got an invitation. It just got lost in the mail. And then that guy over there is yelling real loud. He's the one who woke you up. You should be mad at him. It's his fault. And he's pointing at the adjudicator.
I have evidence to the contrary. I would advise that this is a complete fabrication on their end.
I don't know what he's talking about, but you can hear how loud he is. It's obnoxious. It's very rude. You should blame him. His fault. Should I be making some kind of check for this? Is that persuasion, performance, or deception?
That is deception, but in face of the circumstances, there is nothing you can say at this point that will change her mind. That probably sucking your blood is the best that she can do with her day. As she said,
I am glad that my lungs don't work anymore, but I have the impression I would be able to sense your breath all the way over here. Something tells me that it is a very, very thin blood running in your veins, and it's mostly ale.
Yep. Ish. Delicious.
Grudge will pop up at this point and be like, "To the contrary, he's rather hearty." Surprisingly so. I know. I checked.
I just look at both of you as this is going on.
And as we're starting a new turn, before we start a new turn, with this grumpy lady joining the combat, let's have a quick break, 10-15 minutes, and we'll be right back, everybody. Let me bring let's have a quick bio break before a new round. All right, is everybody back?
I am.
I'm here.
Yep.
Very well. Let's get back to the action. All right. As the combat was just warming up. Seems you guys made enough noise that every creature in this tower is coming after you now. Talk about a stealthy mission. You're definitely not a high screw. You're definitely not a high screw. For my players who play Thieves World with me on Sundays, I have to say these guys are mythic level 20, and they're not at the same level of skill and stealthy that you guys are. You see, and you're just level 5. And look at these guys. They enter like a bull in a china shop, breaking everything and making so much noise. And now they're just fighting everything in this place, apparently. And since we are on that note, Grunge, what would you like to do in this turn?
Well, this counts the same combat, right? Going upstairs, starting fighting with these guys that has not changed combat yet.
Yeah, it has not. It just seems it's a never-ending combat. It just keeps growing and growing.
And just to interject real quick, I went last on the, or wait, no, because Frankie went last on the previous turn, so I can use a legendary action right now?
Yes, you can. Why not?
Excellent. Well, then Gorbin is gonna go ahead and bless the party.
All right. What
He's
does
gonna
he
hold
say while he's
his
casting this spell? How does he bless the party?
he wraps his hand around the holy symbol, which is woven into his beard, and he says, Hecate, you need a little help on this one. So just, you just give us all a little boost. It'd be great. And as he does so, a faint, warm light shines briefly over Grunge, Malefactor, Gorbin, and Frankie. And everybody now gets plus 1d4 on all attack rolls and saving throws.
Excellent.
So I'd have advantage on the fat guy because he's in melee range with Malefactor, right? Because he's in combat, so shooting at him would count as...
You have sneak attack. You don't have advantage.
Yeah.
You have sneak attack because you have an ally close to him.
Well, I gain advantage due to the... We're good. So I'm going to run, and I'm going to hop up on this table, and then I'm going to shoot the fat man.
Excellent.
And, so I think I can...
Defend devil, you mean?
Yeah. He might be... Yeah, you're right. I don't know what gender that devil is. It could be a fat lady. Who knows?
It's definitely not a man. It's a devil.
Yeah, yep. Does he subscribe to any of our nonsense? So this, and I'll use.
Oh, look
I
at
was going to say-
that! Double net 20s! Oh, it's raining net 20s!
Amazing.
Wow! Yes, it seems that...
Do I get advantage for getting? Do I get an inspiration for getting 2 of them in one
No,
roll?
actually no, because Elven accuracy is already broken
Okay.
enough. You don't need to get even more things on top of that.
Yeah, just give it to me.
I understand and I appreciate the try. Alright, so here's the first damage roll. Here's the second damage roll. Here's the regular damage roll. And just because I really love this guy, here's the last damage roll. Although he has to roll a saving throw for that 9 damage.
Okay, so you've rolled the sneak attack twice, and then you've rolled your attack damage, which already comes with sneak attack.
Oh, and it already. I keep forgetting it rolls the regular damage with that.
So let's
so
use
used to
that
doing it
one
manually.
plus the first one you've rolled, so 38. You gotta roll the attack of the weapon again. You gotta roll the attack of the weapon. Again.
Yeah. Okay.
Very well. So you have a 68 plus a 55 plus. Where's your poison damage? You had some extra.
It was 9 if he fails the DC.
Oh, very well.
He has to roll DC 20 or take 9 damage.
Very well. So he's gotta do a DC 20 con save. And he failed.
9 damage to him then.
Very well. For a total of 132 points of damage in one bolt. Very well. Very well. That's
That
I
is,
have to say that's a vicious hand crossbow indeed.
It's very spicy, but the poison on there is no joke.
Very well. And that hits him badly, and he just says back to you,
I fear no death, as I will provide you with the contract and I will file for you in the 9 hell. Oh, my guts. Oh, look at that. My guts are coming out. Oh, I'm getting a bit dizzy.
go ahead, do your legendary action. Granger, is that the end of your turn?
Yepers.
Very well. Go ahead, Malefactor.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Booming Blade as I strike at this this guy with his guts starting to come out.
Very well.
We do the attack, and since he's interdicted but I have disadvantage, it's a normal roll. For 26.
Very well. And
I'll
that
choose a magical...
and that boom of that sonic boom of the thunder damage just echoes through this entire tower.
There goes stealth, guys.
Well, you didn't have you didn't have much stealth to start with, so there was didn't ruin a lot. Very well, roll damage.
I'm doing magical slashing, 13 slashing. Or necrotic. Takes 17 thunder, so that's 34 points of damage, and then if he moves, it's another 16 points of thunder damage.
And dark flames, quite a lot of them, surround his body and consume him. As in his last breath, he says, "I will see your face in court." And as he says that, he disappears from the battlefield as he's sent back to the Nine Hells, where devils should be, not meddling with the business of mortals. Very well. And it's now the turn of that very distinguished lady that just came down the stairs. And well, she looks at you and she says, as she's talking to you,
You seem quite an instrument. I could make good use of you. How about this here? How about you join me?
and you gotta do a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw against being beguiled by this lady.
I'm gonna do some deception on this. It says, well, tempting offer, but before we even talk about employment, I seek to have an audience with you instead. That's why we came.
With me? Why do you seek to have an audience with me?
You're the mage of the tower, I presume, given your vernacular and your presentation. I don't expect anyone else, my dear.
Oh, I appreciate that. I really do. That's flattering. However, no. He is much, much worse of a nightmare.
And as she says that, she will move at an incredible speed without provoking opportunity attacks up to... yeah. All the way as she flies all the way across the room up to Grunge. And as she looks down at you, Grunge, and she says,
It seems that you are the one who gives a lot of little pain to those in this room. I have to say, it's quite an impressive ability what you do with that hand crossbow. However, I am somewhat used to, after 600 years of people chasing me with crossbows and stakes, I have learned that the best way to deal with hunters is to face them straight away and consume their blood.
and as she says that, she converts into a cloud of blood-sucking mist, at least from the waist down. And as she's converting, her top part of her body attempts to bite you, Grunge. So here it comes. That's a 26 to hit you.
Yeah, it'll do it, but I'll use my reaction to half the damage.
Very well. So that's 8 points of piercing, 8 points of necrotic, so you take 8 points of damage. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 4. Which you can alter in your sheet. This reduction will last until you use some sort of greater restoration spell or a spell of similar effect, actually. So we're gonna have to speak with that
So if I,
with that drunk cleric that you've invited into the party. Maybe he can help you.
so it's -4
the
HP
maximum. Yes,
or max
-4
HP.
to the max HP, as well as you take 8 points to your current damage, and that's just one of her 3 bites. Here comes the other 2, and that's a 27 and a 28. So for the 27,
Progressively more.
yes. So for the 27, it's 8 points of piercing plus 12 necrotic for a total of 20, and your max HP reduced by another 12 points. And for the final bite is another 8 points of piercing and another 12 points of necrotic for another 20 points of damage. And your maximum HP reduces by another 12. So it reduced for a total of 28. That you only recover if someone casts something like Cure Ailment at level 4, or Greater Restoration spell, or something of that nature. So yes, you are quite debilitated by her bite. And then her body turns to mist. This blood-sucking mist. Well... Oh wait, there's one more thing. As she beat you 3 times successfully, and you are also grappled as she's still biting you. So let me add that to your list of conditions. And with her teeth still in your body, she turns into this full mist. As you are being released from the grapple, you've realized that the mist is surrounding you and is flying all over you and started to almost attempting to suffocate you. Well, you gotta do a DC 18 Constitution saving throw to avoid 30 points of necrotic damage, or half as much as a success.
You still got the bless on you.
You still have the
Oh
bless.
yeah,
yes.
okay, so 1d4, yeah, so I passed with the bless.
Very well. So you take 15 points of necrotic damage as this mist-like lady is now... Is this... Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. As this cloud of vapor blood surrounds you and attempts to keeps damage and attempts to suffocate you. And yes, you are no longer grappled, and instead you are suffocating.
Fabulous.
And let me put her...
I'm sure it'll only take, 300 rounds for you to suffocate or something ridiculous.
Yes, something
I remember
ridiculous
being
like
ridiculous.
that. The thing is that while you are being suffocated by her, well, you will see. Very well. Sorry for
Oh
that.
boy.
Even I'm being suffocated now. Very well. And with that, let me put here something that reminds us that she's a mist now. And with that, Malefactor, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm going. Does the disadvantage disappear since it's the start of my turn again?
No, it disappears at the end of your turn.
Oh, at the end. Okay. So as a bonus action, I'm gonna first move here. that guy who just disappeared into flames, I'm going to move my seal over to him. And so a couple passives happen. 1, 10 feet of mundane darkness. 2, advantage on interdicted creatures. 3, I can reroll weapon damages once if I get a 1 or 2. Those are my passives. And as my active, I'm going to do Soul's Doom. So every time he gets hit, he takes an extra 6 points of damage.
Very well.
And because I moved or placed my seal, I can attack as part of my bonus action as one of my other passives. This is Onslaught.
Okay.
So, I know I just threw a lot at you.
I believe
So it's
you.
the
Go
bonus
ahead.
action to it. That's advantage, disadvantage, cancel out. Does a 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
Alright, couple special things are going to happen different this time, Legend. I have something called Boon of the Blazing Dawn, which, I've been saying I choose to attack as radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to evoke the effect of Burst of Sunlight. Once per turn, anyone I hit and deal radiant, they emit 30 feet of bright light and 30 feet of dim light, and this light is considered sunlight.
Excellent.
So he's going to emanate 60 feet of sunlight from my first attack. And then let me just do the damage. So he's going to take 2,
Oh,
11...
I can tell you there's one person in this room that really doesn't appreciate all that sunlight.
Since I rolled a 2, I'm going to re-roll the damage die. So that's 5, 9, 6, 20 points of radiant. And then 8 points of necrotic. So he'll take 28 points of damage there.
Very well. As a reaction,
And that's my bonus action.
As a reaction to that attack, the Devil Legate gives you a very nice and seductive smile, and you gotta do a DC 15 Charisma saving throw to avoid being charmed. Excellent.
I give him a smile back, and then I just slash him again as my attack.
Wait. As a reaction to your previous attack, the vampire in the room, the one that turned to mist, you just hear her echo through the room as she says,
Run, my child. Run.
and as she says that, the Devil Legate can move up to his speed without provoking any opportunity attacks. And he is going to move. He is going to move 30 feet and jump on the table and hide behind the mist. Actually, let me put the mist.
Does my
here,
true sight do anything to that?
because I realize you guys can't see the mist. Your true sight see what? Your true sight see what?
Does him emanating sunlight and my true sight render that effect useless?
Which effect? The effect of running.
No. So when I hit him, he now has 60 feet of sunlight until the
Yeah.
start of my next turn, and I also have true sight.
Yeah.
So I'm able to see him through that mist still, correct?
So
Or is that mist like a special effect?
No, mist is an effect. Mist is a physical barrier. So unless you have X-ray vision, you can't see through a mist.
Oh, okay.
There are physical particles there,
Well,
just like smoke.
alright.
You could, oh yeah,
I
you
guess
could
I'm gonna
have
do this in
thermal
my
sense. You could thermal sense of blind sight, or tremor sense. That could also bypass, of course.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Well, time for plan B then. As an action, I'm going to invoke my Master of Hell.
Very well.
And so let's do this. 50-foot radius spear. Somewhere I censored. Oh, look at that. It's going to get everywhere. And I'm going to choose the darkness. And anyone I consider my enemy, which I consider that guy who ran in there and the lady who turned into a mist are my enemies. Everyone else is fine. They need to do a DC 19, what's it called, Constitution saving throw. On a fail, they take full cold damage, success half, and while they're still in that aura for a minute, they're blinded.
Very well. Can you do that as an extra attack? Because you already attacked once this turn, right?
Because I moved my steel, I have a passive interdict boon called Dis Onslaught, which allows me to attack as a bonus action whenever I place or move a seal using my bonus action.
Very well. And
Where
Master,
is that?
a Master of Hell is something that requires a magic action, or you can use as an attack?
As a magic action, but I have not used my action yet.
Well, you use an attack.
Yes, but I use Dis Onslaught, which is a passive boon, which anytime I place or move a seal, I can make one weapon attack as part of the same bonus action.
Very well. So that attack you did was a bonus action. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, because I moved the seal.
Very well. So you moved the seal, and you did that attack as a bonus action. And now you are attacking as a magic action with this attack. With Master of Hell.
Correct. So I have the... Yes. So a 50-foot, radius of coldness envelops for a minute. And those two need to do a DC 19 con save or take 59 cold.
Very well. And the Legate fails and you said 59 cold.
Yes.
And that creature is bloodied. And let's see. Let's see the vampire. The vampire fails as well and takes 59 points of cold damage.
And as long as they're in that 50-foot radius, they're blinded until they leave the area, regardless of pass or fail.
They're blinded. Is that magical darkness?
Let me see here. It doesn't say anything about magical darkness. I'm going to give you it, just because they don't give specific verbiage.
Darkness. A bitter storm assails your foes. Each enemy in that area must make a con saving throw or take cold damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Additionally, the storm glooms persist for 1 minute, and each enemy within that area is blinded for the duration or until they leave the area. Once you summon a Hellstorm, you must finish a long... Oh, because it's a storm. Very well.
I like to think, Legend, it was natural light, then mundane darkness, then sunlight, and now a hellstorm.
Very well. Very well. So because it's a storm, let me put something here.
Are you sure you're not an elementalist?
I'm basically making it day and night.
So you were saying it's
6
only
seconds.
the enemy creatures in there that get blinded, right? So yeah.
Yes, anyone I determine as an enemy says
Very
Vegas
well.
too.
So I can tell you the vampire is not blinded, but the devil is.
Okay.
Try. And it's 60-foot radius, right?
50 foot.
Very well. Very well. That area there, you are inside a storm.
And before I end my turn, I did 15 feet. I will move over to here to end my turn.
Very well. And with
Yeah,
that
that's all my movement. Yeah.
is the devil legate's turn. He's blinded, so there's not much that he can do. Perhaps he can pray. I don't know. He will just remain in place and hope he stays protected. And he will hold an action. Gorbin, what would you like to do?
Are we still on the same turn that Gorbin cast Bless on at the start of?
Yes.
With his legendary action?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Alright. Well, then he is going to... Through Divine Intervention, and I'm not super familiar with Divine Intervention in 2024, but it's gonna use it to cast Hollow.
Oh, we're bringing the big guns.
Hollow. Yeah.
Very well.
He dunks his fingers into his mug and slaps his ale-coated hand down on the floor and designates the, just for the game rules part of this, he is designating undead as the chosen creature type and fear as the extra effect. And that envelops the entire... As he slams his hand down on the ground, just a kind of ripple of power and like a little shockwave shoots out throughout the room. And, yeah, it is now the entire room is covered by that 60-foot radius.
Very much.
So, yeah.
And
any undead creatures in that room are now... Yeah, creatures of the types you choose have the frightened condition while in the area.
Very well. So, the vampire is frightened now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
and
nice.
as my bonus action, I look to Frankie. I'm gonna say, Freddy, go bite the devil. Go bite the devil. Get the one with the horns. Go bite it. Yeah.
And for
that's
some
gonna be his turn.
miracle, Frank can actually walk in this storm. Oh, I see my map is very far away. Frankie can actually find his way through this storm. Roll the attack for Frankie.
There's a lot of things going on in that map.
Yes.
And that is a nat 1. But Frankie has inspiration.
That is true, he does!
And it's going to use that inspiration to roll that again. Does a 21 hit the blinded devil?
That will hit the blinded devil, which takes 7 points of piercing damage. Frankie the hero. Frankie the brave.
Yeah. Frankie
the secret 10th level druid.
Yeah.
Yes, and the devil
that's the spirit.
and the devil is bleeding its ichor all over the table thanks to Frankie's attack. And I assume that's the end of his turn.
Yeah, I think that's all Frankie can do.
He's doing a lot. And
It's a bad.
well, the air tightens not with sound, but with attention. It seems something big is coming. You see leaves along the walls start to grow, glowing, blossoming, and then curling inwards. There is a presence that settles over the room like a hand on the back of your neck. And you realize all at once that the tower is no longer merely watching you. Roots split the floor with surgical precision, parting rather than breaking. From the living wood, coming floating down the stairs as flowers and roots blossom and grow. An immaculated, ageless, robes untouched by battle or time, with an effortless smile. The smile of someone who won more fights than you've had meals. You've noticed his approach. This. Together with him, you see the souls of elves that seem to accompany him. As he enters the room, he looks each one of you in turn, not counting weapons, but almost as if he's understanding, as if he can see through you. And he says to you,
It seems that I was right. The devils were right. These guests do not knock, do not ask, do not understand, and who have already been rude. I do, however, admire initiative. Breaking into my sanctum, slaying my attendants, breathing my air. Most people don't get this far. They die with dreams. You've died with intent. Unfortunately, intent is not competence. Perhaps you can show how competent you are, and I may spare you. I may make good use of you if you are as powerful as you think you are. I am, however, the master of this lair, and in here you are not guests. You are my prisoners. There is no way out unless I grant you.
it seems that indeed you have now invited the one who, to this fight, the one who is truly the owner of this town.
Are you sure? Insight check.
You could try. Roy, go ahead.
9.
You think he is, yes. I mean, there are ghostly figures surrounding him as he walks into the room. And the moment he walks into the room, and he does all his little speech to you guys, you've noticed, and then he says prisoners, you've noticed these cages of black energy that spring forth from the ground around each one of you. And all three of you gotta do a DC 22, not Frankie, he's not attacking Frankie. All three of you gotta do a DC 22 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, you are restrained by them, and you also take some necrotic damage. 19 points of necrotic damage.
As my reaction, I'm going to use my Ring of Evasion.
Very well.
Yeah, what was the DC on that?
22.
Okay, I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to re-roll that.
Very well.
And that did not go well.
And Grunge.
Quick, use Bless.
Oh wait, yeah, I know. I forgot about Bless. Okay, instead of using my heroic, can I rewind that?
Yeah, by all
Just a
means.
moment.
Yeah, sure.
And just add the 1d4 to my initial roll.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Evasion only reduces damage. It doesn't actually help you pass the check. Shame.
All right. So with Bless, I hit the 22 to pass the check.
Excellent. So, as you pass on a successful save, you take half as much damage. So you take 10 necrotic damage, and you are not restrained.
Since I'm resistant, I take 5, right?
You take 5 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, I am also resistant to necrotic. So,
Very well.
bam.
So you take 5 points of necrotic damage,
266.
and you roll a DC 10 concentration save on the blast, and you fail, Grunge. Grunge.
I got a 25.
Oh, you got a 25, so you pass. Very well. So you take 10 points of necrotic
Yoicks,
damage.
that is horrible.
Oh, and then I'll use evasion to half it.
No, Evasion just... You take none if you pass it.
You take
Oh, you take none if you pass it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
10. I'm gonna give you 10 back. Very well. And with that, it seems that... Yeah, go ahead, Orbin.
Yeah, it looks like I failed my concentration save, unless it was lower than a 9.
Yes, you did. And because of that,
So we are no longer blessed.
you are no longer blessed. And let me add your host to the initiative. As well as a fun round, because why not? why not have a fun round?
Yeah.
Yay! Very well.
What makes it fun?
Well, on initiative 20, something fun happens. Very well, Grunge. You are being suffocated by a bloody mist, and well, you are somewhat heavily wounded. If my accounts are correct, you only have 51 hit points left. What would you like to do?
On the bright side, the bloody mist that is currently suffocating you is now also afraid. So that's
True.
that's a good point. That's an upside.
I
Your situation is improving.
Do. One second. I need to find which one of these does thingies. I have a healing thing in here somewhere. I just gotta figure it and find it. So let me just scroll down till I see the button that says heal yourself. Is it? Ah, there we go. Let's do this. Cool. So I've healed myself for
10 hit points.
10 points. Right? I think there's a bonus. I think there's a bonus because of I think I have a feat that gives it a bonus. Where is it? Don't I have like durable or something? That gives it a bonus too. Whenever you gain HP, you can regain additional HP equal to your Constitution modifier. Okay, so it's plus 2. So it's whatever I got plus 2. And so it's just add 2 to that. So it's just 12 instead of 10. And then I will just shoot her in the gut and hope that it kills her.
Okay. She is in mist form, I should remind you.
Oh, I hope she's not immune to crossbow bolts while she's a mist.
Very well.
Because I have no fancy tricks besides poison. That is the one fancy trick I carry around.
You shoot the mist. And I gotta say,
Does anything happen?
It seems that the boat crossed through the mist. It moves the mist a little bit around.
I see. And then in that case, could I I don't know, try to run out of the mist?
Yes, of course.
I've got. Let's see. Yeah, let's move towards my people.
Very well.
And then I'll let my turn.
And with that, it's now the turn that I'm sure you guys were looking for. It's time for the fun round!
Oh no.
Yes, thank you. Time for the fun round, indeed. Well, in this fun round, the High Mage unleashes a wave of canceling magic, and each creature within 60 feet of the High Mage must do a DC 22 Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they can't benefit from magic items or cast spells of 4 level or higher until the end of the High Mage's next turn. Isn't that fun, everybody?
I don't think this round is very fun at all.
Thank you for those claps. You got me natural 20.
You get inspiration for that.
Does that count as a spell, or is that just like an effect?
You gotta be kidding me.
That is not a spell.
Do you want my inspiration?
Right. That is.
I'm using my heroic inspiration to reroll that.
Very well.
Not bad.
Oh wow!
Excellent.
I got a 19.
You got a 19.
I get.
That's unfortunately a bit short, Grunge. And that means that you cannot benefit from magic items. So for this round, you can go to your character sheet and unattune from everything you unattune to. And you cannot cast any spell above 4th level. I'm sure that's a big loss for you.
So, I'm a rogue. Every single thing I'm holding and using is a magic item. I can't do. I've basically been paralyzed. I can do nothing for a round. That's what. Actually, I think I might have a normal dagger that I can stab him with.
Yeah.
Just pulling a butter knife out of your bag. Just
pretty much. I've got a butter knife up, in my boot. That's what I can hit him with. I've got nothing.
Use this for my toast.
This is for cutting ropes and stuff. That's my rope cutting knife.
And on that,
something sharp to cut rope.
And by the way, Malefactor, how long does that storm last?
A minute, but it's not like a concentration.
Very well, very well. But it is a magical effect, I assume. Or it's not.
It's a storm that I summoned from hell. I brought a piece of hell over. Let me take a look at the fine print.
Does hell count as a magical effect?
They technically just open a rift of hell and bring its fury, but it doesn't say anything about magic.
Is hell inherently magical then? That is the question.
Reminds me of home a little bit when I'm in here.
Could you cast banishment on the storm because it's literally from another plane?
I don't know. I got mundane darkness, sunlight, and a hellstorm going all at once. So take your bet.
And very well. The vampire that is in the room is frightened, so is going to get the hell out of here. As a mist, she just pretty much flees the combat in her mist form. And
I have a question about
yes.
Attunements. Since I've lost attunements to all my magical items, and I've lost attunements to my armor, do I lose the armor class or just the effect?
You lose the attunement part, not the armor class. Only the effects that comes with attunement.
Okay.
So you just unattune to the item, don't unequip the item. If you scroll down to the bottom of your inventory in D&D Beyond, you'll see the attunement, just unattune to everything.
Oh no.
And
Magical tattoo is suddenly not magical.
And the High Mage says to you all,
I built this place to celebrate eternity, and you are making it messy. Let's correct that. Let's make sure you will learn a lesson, and perhaps I will send your soul back to whoever sent you here to send them a message as well.
Yeah, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Just hold on a moment. I think it was a bit of misunderstanding. Because some of your attendants were a bit overzealous and a bit rude. And honestly, you don't even serve decent drinks, which is you could work on the manners of your hospitality. You could fix that to do better. So let's just slow things down a bit and have a little conversation and less violence. What do you say? I think that's very reasonable.
You know what?
Without your pirates and your
persuasion.
vampires.
I won't say you
so
haven't been
bad at
persuasive
persuasion.
before, so
Well, he's not now.
and you can see the high mage has a sort of a disgust look in his face as he looks down at you and he says,
You bring dwarven filth to my sanctum. That is unforgivable.
Well, now if he's being rude, I mean, that's just racist.
that is straight up elven racism against
That's
dwarves.
uncalled for.
Or
You-
pure
you
hate,
don't need
or
that.
just hate. Might not be racism, but it just might be hate, because you might not like dwarves.
Yeah, well, it's either way, it's uncalled for, and it's rude, and yeah. Now you're gonna find out. You get what you get.
He glares at you, and you gotta do a DC 22 Wisdom saving throw, or you are. I'm sorry. I gotta try to read this without laugh.
Oh my!
Oh, you want my inspiration?
Yes,
I
very
give you
much.
my inspiration.
Thank you.
Oh,
'Cause- oh
You
man, what
gotta-
is with all the nat ones today?
yeah. Very well.
Oh,
You've passed.
Thank you.
So I'll read the next time. Oh my god. Yeah, something really funny happens if you fail this check.
I don't want to know. Scared.
Fail the check, and you will know. Oh, unbelievable. And now he makes 4 attacks after doing that. So, here it comes. The first attack is, he aims at, let me choose which one of the 3 of you. Let's roll a d6. 1, 2 is Gorbin, 3, 4 Grunge, 5, 6 Malefactor. He is very democratic in his choice of targets.
no, he's not just gonna aim for the one that he was just super racist at.
Oh yeah, he just did an attack specially for you, which was his glare.
Oh, okay.
But now he's going to do 4 attacks. The first one goes towards our friend Malefactor, and that is a 33 to hit you.
I don't know.
I don't know. And that is a conflagration spell. You take 31 points of fire damage. I assume you are resistant, right? So you take 17.
Yes.
No, 16. So you take 16, and you are burning, which means that at the end or the start. At the end, yeah. If you take both an action and a bonus action on your turn, you take extra fire damage at the end of that turn.
And I can't put it out, I presume.
So you can choose. You can take both a bonus action and an action, or no, you can't put it out. It lasts for. It ends on the end of your next turn. So you can choose in your next turn to either do just an action or a bonus action, or do both and take the damage. Nice. That's one of its 4 attacks. Here comes the next one. Let's see who is going to be the lucky one, or the unlucky one. That's you, Grunge. You haven't suffered enough tonight. And he causes immortal pain on you. That's also a spell to give you, and that's going to be a 21 to hit. I assume that hits. And
yeah.
Very well. And you take 27 points of psychic damage. And that's not the end of it. You are afflicted with terrible pain. While afflicted in this way, your attacks deal half damage. And after each attack, your affliction, any attack you make, you have to do a DC 22 Constitution saving throw, and you can end this on a success. You can also end if the cleric turns his attention towards you and try to do something about it. Otherwise, you continue to give half damage as a result of this excruciating pain. You feel pain from your teeth to your hair follicles, to your nails, to your bones, your organs. Everywhere hurts. Everywhere hurts. I mean, even in your gonads, it hurts. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to breathe. It's pain all across your body. It's excruciating, and he seems to be enjoying as he watches you there. And then here comes the next attack. And he's going to aim that one specially at Gorbin. And Gorbin, that's a 22 to hit you. It's also a spell. It's called Magic Drain. And
22 is my armor class, so
that hits. So that's a 25 points of necrotic damage to you.
I am resistant to necrotic.
So that becomes 13. And you are not being affected by any spell, so that's the end of it. You take 13 points of necrotic damage. And with that, that's the end of the High Mage's... no, it's not. He has a 4th attack. Yay! Let's see who's
Wait, that was 3 plus... what wasn't his 4th one the first...
No,
the eye thing that he did?
It's the glare plus
Corbin?
4 attacks.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, indeed. Where is Red Hot when you need her? Where is your glass cannon?
We need somebody with counterspell.
You need to pray to Hecate, and this is a powerful High Mage. He has
If Bot was here, he'd be dead already.
He has an
Wait. He's in a hollow spell.
He's in a hollow spell, yes, to cause him to be frightened, and he looks to be undead, and yet he's not frightened. That tells you something about this guy.
Can I make? Yeah, you said he appears to be undead. Can I make an Arcana check to see like what his deal is?
Yes.
Like in terms of like if he actually is undead, or would that be some other kind of check? Is that just insight?
He told you a few things about himself, and you also heard a few things from the vampire, and now you are looking at him, and he seems to be, his chest seems to be carved with darkness, and you think that he's some sort of lich or undead, but if he is, he seems to be immune to the frightened condition.
But the hollow spell, wouldn't that also prevent him from entering? Let me get back down to there it is. Creatures of the creatures of the chosen type can't willingly enter the area, and any creature that is possessed by or has the charm condition. Yeah, okay, that's not relevant. But yeah. So, since the creature type that I chose was undead, he shouldn't have been able to enter the area.
Exactly. Right? He didn't have to enter the area. You've cast a spell that has a 60-foot radius and is a sphere. And he was in the upper floor when you've cast this spell. So he's already in the area since the moment you've cast that hallow.
Gotcha.
He was coming down the tower.
Thought we had him with that one.
And he was one
Dang.
turn from you guys when you cast the hallow spell. He was in the above floor. If you had cast that before the vampire appears, he wouldn't have been able to get to you guys. And
good to know.
Good to know. Very well. That's a freebie for you guys. And, he's going to choose... Did I roll already? No. Let me roll the d6 to see who is going to be the unlucky one. Grunge! It's good. Grunge! Oh no, sorry. That's everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah, that's everybody. He flies all the way here to the middle of the room, close to his devil, and he looks at all three of you, and Frankie. Aww. And all of you gotta do a DC 22 strength saving throw. On a failed save, you are launched inwards, and you fly from your body. As oh my god, no, it's let me say this again. Your inwards are launched upwards and fly out of your body and then come back inside, and you fall prone and you can't stand up until you receive some sort of magical healing. That's a DC 22 strength saving throw to prevent your guts from coming out of your mouth upwards into the room and then coming back down in for 59 points of whatever the hell this is damage.
Legend, I'm gonna use blood price. I failed the saving throw. I expend one of my hit die and add it to my save, potentially passing this.
Very
so
well.
Roll.
This, oh my god.
I don't.
What is he doing to
what
Frankie?
Was the DC on that?
22 strength save.
Oh, right.
I failed that.
I gotta roll for Frankie. Strength save.
Oh, Frankie, please roll a nat 20. Almost!
Frankie
Oh.
rolled a 19.
Frankie does not pass, and unfortunately, Frankie's dead. And the three of you take 59 points of horrible damage. Let's just call it horrible damage. As your guts...
Does that...
You vomit your guts upwards through your mouth. It all goes flying up in the room as if gravity was sucking out of your body, all your inwards. And then suddenly goes all back in again. And you all fall prone to the ground. Grunge is unconscious and prone as he takes too much damage with this 59. Gorbin, you... Oh my god, what is this guy?
What kind of damage is this? Does this qualify as necrotic?
I'm gonna call it bludgeoning for just... But
do I get the heavy armor master? Does it subtract by 6?
Sure, you take 53 points of eating your
heavy
guts
helmet
damage.
just catches his dust.
And then, quick question: is this still in dim light or darkness legend?
You are not in dim light because you cast sunlight on the devil, and the devil is still standing.
Oh, but the hellstorm does not negate that.
It's the hellstorm.
darkness.
The hellstorm. So if you have sunlight inside a cloud, that cloud goes white, right? So I'm assuming the hellstorm is quite bright, despite because of the sunlight. Yeah. That's because otherwise the effects would come. You would say that a storm blocked... Well, technically a storm would block the sun. It was a very hellish storm. And the creature is being affected by the storm. It is a hellish storm. So yeah, no sunlight. Yes, you are in dim light. Let me
I take half.
retcon that, and you take half. So very well. So you take 27 points of damage. So let me give you 26 back. And Gorbin, you take 59, unless you tell me something else. And all three of you...
No, I have no resistance to bludgeoning or anything like that. So yeah, I take the full brunt.
All three of you are prone, and you can't stand up until you have some sort of magical healing. Well, it's a good thing you have a magical healer here in the room. And that is the end of the High Mage's turn. How fun.
I'll use my legendary action.
Very well, go ahead. What would you like to do?
Since he's within 30 feet, and I chose Unfettered as my combat mastery, I can do Infernal Conduct at 30 feet instead of Touch. I'm going to spend one of the dice, and I'm going to do Devour. He needs to do a DC 19 saving throw, a con saving throw. He'll take 10 necrotic on a fail and half as much on a pass.
Excellent. As you target him, he turns and say...
Ah, you seem to have some skews. It seems that you may have survived your guts. As a mortal, you are actually quite weak, but I could turn you into an immortal instrument, something far more useful to my means. Perhaps I'll make use of your carcass, or perhaps I will just contain your soul. I find it interesting, your resilience. And it's also interesting that I think you can hurt me. No, don't worry, that usually just lasts for a minute.
And as he says that, as he's uttering this speech back at you, you gotta do a DC 22 charisma saving throw. Or something bad happens to you.
A nat 20 says no!
Excellent! Very well. You get inspiration for that. What a timing. He tries to do something to you.
Do I even hurt him?
But your resilience is strong against his charisma attacks, and yes, you managed to hurt him. 10 points, you said, of what?
So I take 10 points of necrotic.
Necrotic. Very well.
And I heal for half of that, and that's magical healing. So I heal whatever I deal.
You don't deal damage, so you don't heal.
Damn.
You try to harm him with necrotic, and you realize, god damn it, I'm fighting an undead and a power.
Okay, so thankfully it's my turn. I got an idea. As an action, and just to let you know, the sunlight disappears because it's the start of my turn now.
Oh yes. So in that case, let me remove it. Yeah. Makes no difference.
I'm going to do
the
infernal
room's still dark.
As an action, I'm going to use infernal conduct and spend a hit 1d10 on the devil, and force him to do a DC 19 con save as I use devour. Just see how much I deal. Oh wait, I rolled a 0. Hold on, that's not right.
He rolled a 21.
Okay, so he takes half damage, and then I heal for half of that.
Okay, so he takes 5, and you heal for 3.
Perfect, and now that's magically healed, I can get up, right, using half my movement?
Yeah, you can. Was that an action or a bonus action?
Oh wait, that was an action.
Very well.
I actually have the athlete feat, so I can just use 5 feet of movement instead to get out of prone.
Excellent. You still need to be healed in order to get out of that, but very well.
I did take 2 points of healing, though.
Yes, you did.
From doing the damage.
Very well. So that's your action. Now you have a choice. You can use a bonus action and take damage, or you can not use it and not take damage.
Curious how much fire damage I'll take, even though I do half. So I'm going to move with my 45 feet of movement. The high mage is not flying, right? He's like right there on the table.
He is hovering, yes. And,
I'll go up to him.
Around him, there are all these ghosts. Oh, that's yeah. As you approach him, you gotta roll. Yeah, you gotta roll a DC 22 Wisdom saving throw.
I will use my legendary resistance.
Very well. So you only take half of this damage. 12 points of necrotic damage.
Resistant to that, so 6.
So 6. Very well.
And I will risk the bonus action. I'm going to place a seal on the high mage. So several effects, as you know, happen. 10 feet of mundane darkness. I can reroll weapon attacks on 1 or 2 for the damage die. I can attack as part of my bonus action. I'm also going to do Soul's Doom on him. So any damage he takes, he adds 6 damage to that.
Okay.
And since I'm attacking, I get advantage on interdict creatures, and I don't have that disadvantage anymore. So I'll be able to hit him with my Vorpal with advantage.
Very well.
And desperate resilience, seeing how hectic the room gets, I go right at him. Does a 29 hit?
A 29 does hit, yes.
And with a desperation, instead of doing the strike at the dark damage, which is that 8d8, instead, where is it? I'll use my reaction to burn the seal, so he'll be blinded for a minute without save. And then I'll do radiant damage as my weapon's damage.
Very well.
So let me do the weapon damage first. He will take 21 points of radiant,
Okay.
6 points of necrotic, and instead of doing 8d8, he's now blinded for a minute. And I burn the seal off him.
Very well.
And I look to the other two. I'll go like, this is the window I can give you. I don't know anything else. Get your asses up.
And
I don't
you
think he'll
get,
listen kindly to our request.
9, accounting for your resistance, 9 points of fire damage from the conflagration, and that ends at the end of your turn.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Very well. So you've managed to blind.
And that does
the
end
high
my turn.
mage. Excellent. Is that the end of your turn then? And with that,
Yes.
as a reaction to you blinding him, he says to you,
"You have mistaken my restraint for mercy. I am not a monster hiding in the woods. I am history that has refused to end, and you will be footnotes in my history."
and as he says that, he raises his arms, and a swirl of black bolts of magic shoot out of his body in 360 degrees, and all of you, and that includes the devil, gotta do a DC 22 dexterity saving throw to avoid 72 points of necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. If you die as a result of this, you raise in the next turn as one of those spirits that are flying around, one of those wraiths that are flying around the high mage.
I failed,
give
but you know I got resistance anyway.
Let me give you the
I
notes.
failed, but I take half because of evasion.
You are on the ground. You're unconscious. You have 0 HP.
Yeah. Well, here's hoping he doesn't deal 100 million damage.
He does 72 points of damage, so you are now at minus 72.
Okay, good.
And that
He's
gives
still
you
got to do like another 115 to kill me.
you have a failed death saving throw. As a
Oh,
result
boy.
of that attack. And Corbin, did you pass? Failed.
Wait, you guys have legendary resistances as well.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the legendary resistance. So, yeah, I'm
forgot
gonna
we
use
had-
my legendary resistance.
Very well. So you take 36 points of necrotic damage instead. Malefactor, what do you want to take?
I fail. Oh, I failed, but I still am resistant because of the
So you
darkness.
take 36 points of necrotic damage, and Grunge is on the ground. and the devil is sent back to the Nine Hells as that attack obliterates that devil. And with that, it's now the turn of Gorbin. Gorbin, what would you like to do?
Well,
This
he's
guy hits
gonna
hard.
start it off. Well, he's gonna start off with legendary action,
Exactly.
which is him laying on the ground. They're gonna take a mighty swig from his mug and then dunk his hand into his mug and fling the ale into the air as he says a prayer to Hecate and casts Mass Heal.
Wow, very nice.
And as the ale flies from his fingers and spreads throughout the room, it turns into shimmering, sparkly little particles that descend upon himself and Malefactor and Grunge, and bestow upon them vast quantities of healing magic, and also upon the poor corpse of Frankie, even though it does not help.
Well, Frankie
Because
was a
Frankie
summon.
is already gone.
Yeah, Frankie was a summon. So by this point,
So
by this point, there's
not
no
there
corpse.
anymore. But they land on the spot where Frankie disappeared from, and because
Very well.
he's a bit broken up about that.
Safe to say you are all back to max. So that puts you up, and as a reminder, Grunge, your max has been reduced. So you have minus 28 to your max.
My current max HP is 158 instead of 180 something.
Yes, I just need to check one thing in relation to what Gorbin just did. Because
whether or not it restores it?
Yes. So yeah. Let me check. So Gorbin, can you post the max heal for us, because my thing just went unresponsive here.
Sorry.
The text.
That doesn't. Yeah. I always forget how to do that.
This little like D20 icon next to most abilities.
Yeah. You restore and the biomarker and the creature can see. Creatures healed by the spell also have the blinded, deafened, and poison conditions removed from them. So no, it does not heal your max HP. So you go back to 158. Gorbin, your maximum is 283.
Yep.
So you're back to 283, and Malefactor, you are back to 184. Very well. Excellent. And with that, all of you and Gorbin, you can go back on your feet now. You're still prone, but you can get up now since you're healed. What else would you like to do in your turn?
Well, that was my legendary action.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
yes, that's a legendary action. You have your turn now.
He is gonna, I guess, get back up to his feet. And... And the wizard is blinded now, right?
Yes.
The high mage?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Unfortunately, that was my 9th level spell, so...
Got any 8th level slots left to throw at this guy's head?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've mostly been throwing cantrips up till now.
Oh, Big Boss Man showed up. Time to erase him.
Got an arsenal. So Gorbin is going to dip his fingers in his mug and wave his ale's drenched fingers through the air in a series of odd arcane shapes, and then say, and a wave of green energy is going to wash over the High Mage, and he's gonna just disappear.
Excellent. And the High Mage is sent out of combat. You banish him until he can pass
Blinded
a
in an
DC
extra
20
dimensional maze.
until he can pass a DC 20 intelligence investigation check.
Quick question: since he's blinded, can he not even do that?
He can, yes.
Okay.
Wait, isn't it DC 23?
DC
Or is that...
No, it's
That's not
it's
related to
defined by
my...
the text of the spell. Yeah, it's not related.
Oh,
by-
gotcha. Okay, yeah. It's not my personal DC. Okay, gotcha.
Which sucks, because extra 3 points makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And very well. Is that the end of your turn, Gorbin?
I think I still have a bonus action, which I think I've got some fun healing stuff. Does Healing Word fix grunges?
I think it has to be like an actual resto spell that removes or that restores. I think it'll say in the text if it restores.
Right. Because I do have Greater Restoration, but I think that's like a full action to cast, so I don't think I can cast that.
Although we're out of combat now, aren't we? Done.
Well, don't say that just yet.
Well, he has to. Well, yeah, I guess he has to roll for the guy and see how many rounds we get before he comes back.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I assume it's not going to be more than like 5 minutes before this guy returns.
I think he'll make it in like 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'll probably be back pretty soon. So as far as like what I can actually do in this term, if we are still in like
You still in combat,
yeah, then I don't think there's anything particularly useful I can still do, but I can fix your health, your HP max being diminished in the next round.
That's
So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this turn for Gorbin.
either that or spend a round preparing to like annihilate him.
Very well. I assume you get up from the
I will.
prone condition, Gorbin, or you stay on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, Gorbin's pretty okay being on the ground. I mean, the room's pretty spinny anyway.
He's comfy
Fair
down.
enough.
It's there.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, he doesn't really have to worry about his mug spilling while he drinks, even if he's just pouring it down his throat while he's laying on his back. So yeah, he's pretty good. Just like that.
Very well. And with that, Grunge, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna get up and well, the guy's gone. So, is there anything funny I can do that I don't normally do with a free round?
Well, you're not really here to fight him. You're here to find a tome. So, I mean, if you guys get the tome,
Okay, yeah. Good. You know what?
Good reminder.
That makes sense. I am going to dash so I have 120 feet of movement and shout, I'm going to go find the book. Hold him off. And then I'm going to go zoom up the stairs. He came from upstairs, right?
Yes.
Presumably.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go zoom up the stairs to loot while he's not here.
Very well. Let me describe what you see as you get upstairs. This area that you are has the following features. There's foliage that grows deep red and orange over shelves filled with hundreds of books and scrolls. And fallen leaves from a rustling blanket across the floor. And there is a desk covered in candles and a century's worth of melted wax that dominates the west side of the room.
So, question. How many books do you think I could shove in a bag and around? I have a bag of holding. I can hold all the books.
Technically, interaction with an object.
I can just take every book.
Each book is an object, so it would be like one action or one bonus action per book.
Oh boy, that's very expensive. I guess I'm gonna run over to the shelf and just start reading titles until I.
But you don't know what the book looks
what
like.
Would be the I know it's got something to do with soul coins. So I'm
coins.
Not soul coins. It was soul stones.
Soul
stones.
stones.
It was soul stones. It was a book about soul stones. Yeah, soul stone. And I'm going to.
It would be funny if you come back down with a book about soul coins and then you go like, "Hey, I found the book."
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Perception or investigation or something.
Investigation, yes. All right. As you look around, and you are looking at the books, you realize that the melted wax conceals a sort of some sort of trapped engine that you think that if you go there and put that lever, you've pulled that lever or whatever that little engine is, something may happen in this room. And of course, there is that desk here covered in wax.
How far away is that lever?
It's all the way over there.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I can make that. I've only moved 20 out of my 60 feet. So that's, another 20. So I got another 20 feet left. All right, I will pull the lever.
Do you have an action or a bonus action left?
I have a bonus action, yes.
Very well. As you pull the lever, it opens a trapped drawer in the desk. And as it opens, you gotta do a DC 20 Constitution saving throw to avoid 60 points of necrotic damage.
That does not smell good.
That is, that's 60 points of necrotic damage. And you spend, 10 hit dice on top of the 60 point of necrotic damage you just take out of that trap drawer. And yeah,
Do I even have that many?
I don't know.
Oh, I do.
assume
1,
so.
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I do. There we go.
So
Oh, wait, I have to mark them off. Let me just do this, and then I think I have to tell it to light.
after you breathe all that flesh melting gas that came out of that drawer, and that hurt like hell and feels like your lungs have melted inside your body, you've as you're pulling open the drawer, you've the drawer contains what looks like a diary, and it seems to be the diary of someone named Virai, and maybe that's the name of the High Mage. I guess you guys never asked. And it's a diary containing was a diary protected by flesh melting gas, so you assume is likely important. And it spans through centuries. As you just briefly browse through the pages, you see the dates, and it goes through centuries. Everything that is recorded in the diary. And that's about it for. And it's the time for the fun round. But since the mage is not in the house, there's no fun round. And
I have a question. What damage type was that gas?
necrotic.
Product? Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it then.
And let's.
Sadly, it's not poison gas, or I would have been.
If it was poison gas, you would be okay. It was flash melting gas. Let's see if the wizard can pass an investigation check. DC 20. So he has a +6 on the dice. I'm gonna roll this without being. I'm just gonna roll a D20 and add a +6.
Oh wait, let's take the study action too.
So the wizard with the +6, the high mage returns. However, he returns with his turn spent and his fun round spent. What a waste of time, as he managed to get out of the maze while still blind. Malefactor, what would you like to do?
Alright, I'm going to rinse and repeat. Bonus action, going to place another seal. So that's my 5th seal out of 7. I'm going to place that on the High Mage, and as part of the bonus action, I'll make sure to attack. I'll do Soul's Doom as my active boon. So any damage it takes, it'll take an extra 6. Alright, and for my bonus attack, or bonus action attack, since now I got advantage, because of interdict and he's blinded. Let me swing the Vorpal. Natural 20 on the Vorpal.
Excellent. You don't lop off his head.
Ah, I see. So he takes 30 extra slashing on top.
Very well.
You must have extended the use of... What's it called? Let me roll that again since it's weapon die. So, 12, 11, and I'm choosing Radiant as my damage.
You do get inspiration, so that's a total of 83 points of damage, right?
Oh, no, it doesn't count the 30 twice, right? I'm rolling the damage die twice.
Very well.
No, yeah, 12, 30, 11, and then plus 6. That's 59. That's all radiant I'm choosing because of my Boon of the Blazing Dawn. I'm not going to have him emit sunlight, so there's still going to be darkness.
Okay.
And then with Terrorizing Force, he takes 2 necrotic, and that's all from my bonus action.
Very well.
Oh, and I already have Inspiration. Does anyone else want it?
I'll take it. I
Okay,
could have used it
Grun.
against poison-based melting gas, but now it's good as ever.
That's all right. Now I got my attack actions. I still have advantage. He doesn't do anything from response to that, right, Legend?
As he appears, he's blinded, and you slash him straight away as if you were expecting him to appear there. And his response is still calm, as if he couldn't feel pain.
Did that do? Did I think that radiant damage did something to him?
Based on your passive investigation, you can't tell.
All right. Well, I guess I have an attack action, so I'll strike again. So first attack. Does a 29 hit?
He does.
All right. 13, 19 radiant, and
Just a second.
I'm gonna choose.
Before you resolve that. Oh, no. Go ahead. False alarm.
And then with Terrorizing Force. Oh, wait, I'm still doing Necrotic. Never mind. I can only change that long rest. So he takes 19 Radiant and 7 Necrotic.
Okay.
And then for my second attack, another natural 20. Do I cut his head off this time?
No, you do not.
So, okay, he'll take another 30 magical slashing, and I ignore resistance. So let me roll the damage die twice. So 41, 53, 59 radiant again, and 1 necrotic.
So, if a creature has legendary resistance, that doesn't work. The cutting the head off thing.
Right, they're expending a use of their legendary resistance to avoid their head being lost, so I assume that you've expended 2 legendary resistances to prevent me from closing the chapter of his life.
Yeah, even so, if the creature is too big or too high level, or if it can survive with the head cut off, that doesn't work. There are other conditions as well.
Okay.
Better
My
than
bad. Alright. So 41, 50, 59 radiant, 1 necrotic, and then that will end. I'll actually move 5 feet over here so I can have Gorbin look at the High Mage, and I'll end my turn there.
Excellent. You've slashed his body, and it's heavily. You can see that the body is heavily harmed by all your attacks. You've slashed through bones and through flesh. There's no blood coming out, which shows you that this is.
Oh wait,
undead.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I have what's it called? Strike of the Dark. Can I add that 8d8? I only get to do that once though. I should have done that in my bonus action.
Okay, it's 88 what?
Slashing, since it's coming from my Vorpal.
Okay, go ahead.
So just 31 magical slashing from the Strike from the Dark, since I get that once per turn.
Very well. And his body is heavily wounded and cut through, and there's no blood coming out. In fact, as you cut off one of the ribs, you've noticed that it seems that the insides of his body are pure void and darkness. There is not an inside. It's almost as if his body was just a vessel. And as you are destroying his flesh, he also doesn't show any pain. And he turns to you and says,
I will give you one last chance Drop your weapons. Kneel. Become useful to me. Or be remembered only as the moment I stop being patient.
And he seems unfazed by all the pain you would normally be causing at him. And as a legendary action, he moves his hand, and the roots from the ground start to grow violently, and they start to grow fast, and suddenly these thorn vines, a very large area of thorn vines that look like this,